Hello, this is Ray Main here again with today's Bible reading. Today we're going to be reading in the book of Genesis, the very beginning of the Bible, the Old Testament, chapter 1. Now, some of you may be wondering how come I did it this way. I started with the New Testament and placed the Old Testament. Why did I start in the middle of the Bible? Well, I don't know whether you've heard this or not. This saying, I've heard it all my life, that the New Testament is the Old Testament revealed and the Old Testament is the New Testament concealed. And as the Lord allows, as we're going through the Old Testament, it'll take us a while to get through it. I'll remind you, or try to remind you, of the different things as we're going across that we went over, or we've already touched on in the reading of the New Testament. But anyway, and hopefully the reason I did that, my real reason behind that, was so that you might have more of an understanding of what's going on, because sometimes the Old Testament's kind of hard to understand. Anyway, let's begin. Chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That statement right there would lead you to believe, if you think about it just a little bit, that in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. So God was here even before the beginning. You think that out for a little bit and it just gets more awesome the more you think about it. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear," and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth," and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth," and it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind," and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth on the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Let me stop right here just a minute. Is that the royal we? What we call the royal we, whenever a king says "in our magnificence" or whatever, he's talking about his own self. Is that the royal we? Or is he talking to someone else right there? Is he talking about somebody else? You remember in the book of John, chapter 1, verse 1, it said, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Who was the Word? Didn't we discuss then that that was Jesus? Let me put something out here that I've been taught and I've believed all my life, just for your consideration. Just consider it. God made Jesus. That's the first thing God did. He made Jesus. And him and Jesus made everything else. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. So he called the male and the female both man, correct? Okay. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. See this right here, the 27th verse. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Remember that. And we'll come back to that in here in another chapter or two. Okay? Because I've got some things there that I want to explain to you. The way I feel things happened, you may not agree, but that's okay. I feel like God has showed me this. I think it makes sense. But we'll discuss that in the upcoming chapters. The way I see it, this was before he created Adam and Eve. He created man, but he hadn't created Adam yet. I'll let you stew on that till we get to the next chapter. God bless you. Have a blessed day.